Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about how to set up service gateway when you have a distributed microservices architecture with Zuul. This is going to be a short video. This is gonna I'll be doing like 2 more videos on Zuul because it's a quite lengthy topic. In this video, which is part 1, I'll be covering what is Zuul, how to set it up, and how to do a basic dynamic routing with it. In the next 2 videos, I'll be covering other things like various filters. Like we have like a pre-filters, post filters, and the routing filters. So I'll talk about those in the next 2 videos. So let's go ahead and get started. So in a distributed architecture like microservices, you'll need to enforce some cross-cutting concerns across all the microservices. For example, like security, logging, tracking, etc. You can't leave that to individual microservices because it falls on each developer. Everyone might do it differently. So if you have a service gateway, you can enforce all the policies across the microservices uniformly. So Zuul comes into play there to help you with that problem. It will act as a service gateway. So it's kind of like this. So you have a client service here, and you have a Zuul here, and then we have Eureka. Eureka has all the services registered here. In this case, we have service B. It could be service C, service D. Whatever, how many our microservices you have. And then Zuul gets the information, the services from Eureka, and then it calls the services for a client service. So because you're calling the client service, you're calling the Zuul instead of the service directly. All the services are going to go through this here. So it gives an opportunity to enforce all the filters and all other policies you want to enforce on all the microservices across. So first thing you had to do is basically go to the Spring Initializer website. So you got to set up a Zuul project. It's like any other Spring Boot project. The only thing is you're gonna add Zuul as a dependency. Go ahead and download and import it into your favorite IDE. So I have here. So as you can see, I have a Zuul here and Eureka set up here. So this is very simple and straightforward. So this would be the Zuul server, Zuul. Very straightforward. So basically, if you look at my application YAML, I have a name here on the port, and the only thing you have to do here is specify where your Eureka is, just like any other microservice. We did this before. So this is going to register as a service on Eureka. Once you do that, the second thing you want to do is you want to add this annotation, enable Zuul proxy. There is one more annotation, I think it's called enable Zuul server. We'll be talking about that in later videos, but for now I think we'll be using enable Zuul proxy. And then go ahead and start the project service, and then you'll see it here on Eureka Zuul gateway. That's my project here, as you can see. So now we have that. I also have service A and the service B, 2 other services running. The service A here, service B here. They are just basic microservices, nothing fancy. So now we have a Zuul gateway here, and we have service A and service B. For this video, what we're going to do is we're going to have service A call service B. But this time it's going to be different, because before, in the previous videos, when we were calling service A, when we're calling service B from service A, we were actually use the Eureka ID in the URL. So let me show you what I mean. So this is the previous URL. When we called the service B, we said, hey, HTTP service B, because that's the ID on Eureka, and then contact. So now, because we have Zuul, all the calls are going to go through Zuul, the URL is going to be different. Now we're going to call Zuul gateway, because that's the service gateway we have, and then everything else is going to be same. So as you can see, all the calls, for example, so right now this is calling service B. Here's service B. For example, service B, imagine service B calls service C. Then it's going to be like this: Zuul gateway service C. So as you can see, all the calls are gonna go through this gateway. So that gives an opportunity to enforce all the policies we want. So I want to show you how to run this. So I'm going to go to service A. What I want to show you here is okay. What I want to show you is I want to run this. So what I'm going to do is basically this. All these services are running right now. I'm going to call service A. This method here. It's going to use this URL and call service B. Service B contact REST endpoint, which is this endpoint here. So it will see, hey, I'm a service B, congratulations, he contacted me through Eureka. So in fact here it should be Zuul. Let me restart this. All right, so I'm gonna go here. So now I'm calling service A. So as you can see, it says, hey, I'm service B, you called me through Zuul. So I think the main takeaway from this is basically how the URL is different when you call services directly through Eureka versus when you call it through service gateway. So in this video, that's the basic setup, guys. Basically, you don't have to do anything at all. The only thing you have to do is to create a new project, and then all you have to do is add this annotation. That's pretty much it. Everything is automatically taken care of, as long as other services are also on Eureka. There are ways, if services are not JVM based, if it's not in Scala or Java, or there is a way you can also do it. But I think we'll probably talk about those things in the next video. But for this video, that's it, guys. I'm gonna add all these projects to my Git repo, so you can download them and try them yourself. Thank you. Bye.